Hello, everyone. Welcome to Little Meatballs Nursery. I'm Sandra. Welcome if you're new here, and welcome back if you are returning. So, hey guys, happy Monday. How was everybody's weekend? I had a fabulous weekend, guys. Me and Christina did a collab on Saturday. If you don't know Christina, go check her out at Cuddles by Christina, but I'm sure if you guys watch me, you know who Christina is. So, Christina is my bestie, and we decided to do a collab, one of a many to come. So, at least two more. At least two more. I don't want to say many and then give everybody, a false idea, a false sense of what's to come. But at least two more. We're gonna shoot for three. Um, that is like for the rest of the year. I mean, so for this holiday season, we had a blast on Saturday. I had so much fun. Thank you, Christina. It was really fun to be able to do that again. We hadn't done one in quite a while, and so it was nice to have that interaction again. I missed that a lot. So it was wonderful. We did a part one and a part two. And if you guys have not checked that out yet, you might want to. In the first part, we did more of a showcase of all our silicone babies because both her and I have what I like to say accumulated. We have accumulated a bunch of silicone babies lately. And they're so much fun. They're squishy and they're weighted nicely and they're adorable. Now, obviously, silicones that are, replicas or done by, from Amazon or AliExpress or Temu or any of those, or Babeside or anything like that, they are, they're not artist rendered, is that the word you call it? Rendered? I think so. Artist painted, okay, artist painted silicones. So they are not hand painted, although I do have one that is hand painted. I was lucky enough for someone to gift that to me along with the sleeping boy that I have. So I am very grateful for that person as well. And that is the same person that had sent me Alice, and then I told her exactly what happened. There was no beating around the bush, and she offered to send me these beautiful babies, and I am so thankful for her. Um, she definitely is a very special person and holds a dear place in my heart. And yeah, I just wanted her to know that. So anyway, which she already knows because we talk and stuff. But anyway, so so I do have a hand painted baby, which I showcased in that. I will show her again. And that is my little Nina. And she's only about 10 inches. Now, what I did find, well, I don't want to go out of order because I have a lot to talk about today, you guys. A lot. Okay. So just stay tuned. This is probably going to be over a 2 hour, video, movie, whatever you guys want to call it. But yeah, I have a lot to talk about. So stay tuned. You could watch it in parts too. I have a lot of people that say, hey, I watch I watch part of it. I comment on that part and then I have to go do this. And then when I come back home, I watch the rest or whatever it may be. Hey, watch it all week long if you have to. Christina does that a lot too. She will watch it in segments, so it's fine, however, whatever works for you. But, I'm happy that you come and watch regardless of how you watch it. Um, so, yes, back to the silicones. So, we showcased all our silicones and we basically were explaining to everyone, to our viewers, that, these are great gift options for the holidays, upcoming holidays, very, very soon. Now, today I have a mixture of, happy birthday because, and my birthday ring. Danny actually brought this home on his birthday. He got it from school. So, I found it in his room and then he's seen me with it and he's like, Mommy, that's my ring. I said, I know, honey, but it's Mommy's birthday month in a couple days. So Mommy's going to wear it with the necklace. Now, this necklace, if you have been watching me for a while, you guys all know that this necklace, while it's just from the dollar store, doesn't have any, value in that sense, but it has a lot of value and meaning to me as this was the last thing my mom had gotten for me for my birthday. It was for my 40th birthday, and she actually was here. That was the last time I seen her. Um, And so she had got this for me. She decorated. I remember she was up at like 2 in the morning the night before decorating for my birthday. And I woke up, I was like, Mom, go back to sleep. I was like, what are you doing? You're going to wake the kids up. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. And she's like, oh, well, I wanted to do this for you. I wanted you to be surprised when you woke up. And, yeah, so it was just very special. But anyway, so this has a lot of meaning to me, and I wear it every year, all for the whole month of November, because my birthday is November 20th. So I wear it the whole month of November, and so that's, very special to me. And so I have that. I have my birthday ring on, and I also have Christmas attire on. So I have my Christmas headband. I got the Grinch in the background there. I got Rudolph, or whatever his name is, who also shares a birthday with me. Yes, the exact birthday. They sent him to me I ordered him direct from the Thai Beanie Baby website, and that's the one they sent me. I don't know if all those reindeer have the same birthday. I don't know exactly how Thai works. I was never a collector of Thai Beanie Babies. My youngest sister, Michelle, she loved the Thai Beanie Babies. In fact, I remember one Christmas where she begged my mother for this one, I think it was an otter, and he was eating seaweed. His name was Seaweed. And I remember her moaning and complaining for that thing. But Mom, I want seaweed. I want seaweed. And that will be forever implanted in my head, thinking of that Christmas where she wanted that. I don't even think I lived there anymore at that point because I was already with Jason, but I remember her like begging my mother for seaweed. They had a whole collection of them. I mean, she collected them. They were all over. They were at one point, my mother ditched the china in the china cabinet and she started filling that up with Beanie Babies. But that was after her divorce and everything. Of course, her china cabinet was mostly to showcase, the little Demetest black coffee cups and all those things, and the chinaware and the coffee pots or whatever, all that stuff, the espresso things, all the things from Italy. Because her mother-in-law would go to Italy to visit her family, and they would bring back all kinds of expensive things, jewelry. I remember we always got gold hoop earrings, all the girls, and they brought back chains for the men and just everything. So everything that she got from Nonna, she would put into the china cabinet for safekeeping. For what? I don't know. They only used it when the in-laws came up for dinner. So that would be, I don't know. They would switch off like who hosted that Sunday. So like it was between my mother and then her two sister-in-laws, which one of them was the daughter, It was my stepfather, and he had one brother and one sister. So the sister lived in Yonkers, close to their mother, and then the two men moved upstate, and that was, my stepfather and his brother. So, we switched off on whose house we would go to. So between the four of them, so my nonna and then my two aunts and us. So it was 4 different houses, and everybody would get an assigned Sunday, and then we kind of just, shuffled, took turns. But anyway, so how did I get so off track with that? Like how did I do that? Like I always do, right? But I was talking about the Beanie Babies. Yeah, so my mother's china cabinet quickly became that after she got divorced, in other words. So the china went and, she filled it with Beanie Babies. But anyway, yeah, so I don't know if they all have the same birthday. Like if all of that reindeer has November 20th as the birthday. I don't know. But then I have Grinchy up there, and we got him at Walmart one year. I don't know. And the penguin, I got that for Ethan the same year I got that reindeer. So I got him the penguin. I kept the reindeer. I didn't initially buy the reindeer for myself. I think I bought it for Ethan to go with the penguin, and I got him a polar bear. But when I seen it had my birthday, I kept it. And then I just gave it, like, he didn't ask for those. Like, those were like, I don't know if I put them in his stocking or I don't know. But anyway. Rewind, Sandra, rewind. So they are here to help me for the video too, as well, because we have some important news in this video. So yeah, so I'm dressed, my snowman. So I'm dressed for the holidays, which includes Christmas, my birthday, and any other holiday that all of you may celebrate. Now, I know there are many different, types of ways of celebrating this holiday season, and everybody celebrates something different. And so I would love to hear in the comments who celebrates what. If you celebrate Hanukkah or Kwanzaa or whatever else you celebrate, please let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear it. So today's video is packed full of stuff. I am sad. I'm a little sad, and I will tell you why in a second. But you see my nails, guys? Okay. I have been wearing glue-ons for months now, and I'm surprised that my nails are still in good shape, okay? My real nails. There's like nothing wrong. They're a little weak, the nail beds, I would say, from constant gluing, But other than that, they're good. I don't know. Last night when I was looking at them, I was like, you know what? I'm going to try and do my acrylic dip again. Haven't used it in months. Let's try it out again, right? Because I kind of missed that they got a chance to grow out. And then, I could change the color, but it was my real nails. So I didn't have to put a tip or anything. So I decided to try that. And when I tell you, I was sitting there I said to myself, oh, it's going to be easy. It's going to be easy. I'm just going to take the other ones off. I soaked them in the acetone. They melted off after an hour or so. And then I was like, oh, easy. This is easy. I just brush it on, dip my nails a couple times, and I'll be done with it. I forgot. I had forgotten how particular I am when it comes to the dip. So there was just too many things. It wasn't that anything went wrong. It was just that, I wasn't satisfied with how they were looking. And, even this one, you could tell, at the top, I'm not bringing it close, guys, because at the top, it's like the acrylic didn't come out even on this one. I don't know. I get too caught up with my nails. I don't know. And I don't have the time or patience for this anymore, like the dip. So I think, we'll see how it goes, but it was good to kind of take a break from the glue-ons. And I have a really nice set waiting too. They're cute. They're like it's almost like a green not manicure, like a French tip, but they're like green. And then a couple of the nails are completely green and they have avocados on them. And I love avocado. Who doesn't love an avocado? No, there are people that don't. I really didn't like them all the time. I mean, I just recently, I want to say over the past couple years, I've gotten on this kind of avocado thing where I really love them. And so I think, you know what, it's really nice as when you scoop out the avocado and then you use it as almost like on a sandwich, but not like a slice of avocado. If you mash it, it almost has the texture, to me anyway, of like a mayonnaise, it's kind of like a spread to go on your sandwich instead of using mayo or whatever else you may use. So, and I really love the taste of it too. So really good. I could eat it just like that too. Just scoop it out of the, just like that. Just put some sea salt on top of it, maybe a little olive oil, drizzle on top, and I could eat it with a spoon just like that. So, but enough about avocados. It's gonna make me hungry again. I always get hungry when I'm talking to you guys. I am waiting for Amazon with a few treats in there that I grabbed with, I returned the piano, and I thought that, because they've been doing that lately with everything, that they were going to wait till they got it in the warehouse to issue the refund, but they didn't this time. So I got lucky, and I ordered the kids some Pop-Tarts and got some sugar wafer cookies. They love those things, and they're cheap. They're like $2 for a family size package of the strawberry sugar wafers or vanilla wafers. And they love them. So, the dollar stretches, it goes a long way with those cookies. Versus if I got, because I really wanted to get Oreos or something like that for them. I know they have the, the orange filled Oreos for Halloween. And I wanted to get them, but they were I don't know, $4.50, versus $2. So it was more than double the price of the other one. So it's you got to think like a mom here. You got to think of budget wise, So got them that, and then I got them, like I said, I got them Pop-Tarts for breakfast and stuff. But anyway, so I got that. So that's going to be coming today. And I wanted to add to the order, um, but I didn't order it last night in time because I ordered that first. And then I was like, oh, well, I'm going to continue to look, and then I'll just tack it on to today's order, because anything that you order over like 25, I think it is, it arrives the next day. So, I was looking and looking. I wanted to find an outfit for, my little silicone baby. So I was looking at preemie outfits. Um, I did dress, Nate, which we call him Nate or Nathan or whatever. Like the hot dog, Nathan. Nathan, see? And Christina was like, where'd you get that name from? Right. In the collab. But yeah, Nathan's hot dogs. We could say that's where I got the name from, right? So Nate and Nina. So this is Nina. So I was looking for, number one, she has on a preemie diaper, which, I mean, it works. It works for her, with little Pooh Bear on the back. But I would like to find her like a micro preemie diaper or something like that. I know that they have Baby Alive diapers that will fit her good. Um, but guys, like, I went to look at $10 for, like, I think you get 6 or 8 of them. And I'm like, why? Why? Like, no, like, I'm not doing it. I would rather just her wear this. Like, this is perfectly fine for me. And then, they had, so I was looking for like little clothes that fit her. Oh, by the way, this is Nina, in case you guys do not know who she is. And she is my hand painted. She is my hand painted silicone baby. So she was painted by an artist, and I don't know who that artist is, but you can tell she has a little veining, and I'm usually not one for veining, but on this doll, it's so subtle, but there. So it's like you notice it, but you don't unless you're looking for it. That type of veining is fine with me. I don't like when they're so, boom, So this baby, I love her. I love her. The best part about this baby for me is the 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 way her body was built, because it looks like a real, like when a baby, it reminds me so much like of Danny, because I wouldn't say so much that Jack or Ethan had like that, but totally Danny's body when he was first born. It's just, it has like, he had like the big abdomen. I think most babies have that, but Jack was, almost 10 pounds. So he didn't have that. He was full. He was full, full in here, he didn't have nothing, So, but I love that about this baby. And you can kind of tell from the back, like, I don't want to take her whole thing off again, but like she has that baby shape, just like that baby shape. So, and she needs powdering again. I got to powder her a little bit, but not that she needs it, like, cause she's not shiny at all, but I just like them to be extra like silky when you hold them. But you can tell, like, before I powder her, it's probably easier to see her details. Like, you see, she has like one right here, a vein right there at her chest, and then she has one on her stomach on this side. I don't know if you guys could see it because that's how like subtle it is, but definitely there. So I don't know if you guys could see that. Let me know if you could see that detail. Oh, you could definitely see this one on her arm here. Maybe it's the light. I probably got to fix the lighting, but you definitely can tell. Like, it's I don't know if you could tell there, but look at the blushing on her foot. Look at that. It's so cute. And her toes. And then she has the blushing there. Don't mind my nails, guys. They are not my best work. And I was rushing to be honest with you, because I knew I wanted to get on here. And today the kids have late start, so they didn't leave until 2 hours after they usually leave. So I was like, I gotta hurry up. And then my nails weren't get. So this, I better get a nail file, because I don't want nothing snagging on that. That's another thing, is that there's a lot of filing that's involved in the acrylics. A lot of filing. And I just wasn't up for it. I was like, nope, not doing it. But it was too late to kind of back out and not do, not. It would have took me a lot longer to try and sand it all off and then figure out what to do from there. So I was like, I'm just leaving it. But yeah, you could tell, like, that part I have to definitely, because that got caught now in the diaper. Oh well, I'll have to. I do have a nail file here. I might have to file that after I put her down. But anyway, so she has all those little baby features, little blushing. I love her little fists, are so cute. I don't want to spend too much time on them because I know yesterday we were showing them, so part one of the collab is showing all the silicones, so you guys can get an idea for like the holidays, if maybe you're interested in buying one for a loved one, for your husband, your wife, your daughter, your granddaughter, your son, whatever it may be. Maybe a friend wants to try one. You just there's so many different sizes and looks and styles and everything. Now, obviously, because this is a hand painted baby, you're not going to find this one on Amazon or anything. But her eyes are beautiful too. Like, sorry, but like the color, I was trying to show them yesterday on the collab, and I don't know if you guys seen it, but you can kind of see it better here. They have like this hazel brown color to them, like in the middle of the green blue color. I think it's so gorgeous. And her eyebrows, I love the fact that she has eyebrows, because you hardly see eyebrows on silicones, the replica ones anyway. So I'm gonna just take her. I made this, well, didn't make the actual headband, but I customized it for her head. So that's what I wanted to say. So I was looking for clothes for her, and I came across, I had an idea, okay, in mind, because I talk about it on the collab about maybe like trying 14-inch doll clothes on her, like welly wisher size, okay? So and Christina was like, well, those dolls are really like skinny in the body, so that might not work for her. But I measured. So I came across a favorite dress of mine, that whenever I had a 14-inch doll, I always got, or an 18-inch, because it comes in the 18-inch and 14-inch, the same dress. So I had it twice, one for each size. So I love the dress. It's so well made. I absolutely adore it. It's beautiful color, perfect for the holiday season. So, and I think it'll look fabulous on her with her skin tone. So, I measured it, because they have the measurements on there. So I measured her. It's perfect. Like, the measurement of the dress, they show you from armpit to armpit. And it's like a quarter of an inch bigger than what she is. So I think it will be nicely fitted, and it has the short sleeves with the gathered edges. It has a huge bow right at the it's not, I don't think it's a waist. It cuts off right like below here. So that's where it's kind of, and then it has a bow in the back. And then it has just a bow for show at the bust line, I guess you would say it is. And then it flares. So, and it has like double layers. It has a tulle netting layer over the lining. So I think that it will fit her really nicely, because of where it stops like that and then flares. I think Christina's right. If I was to find like an outfit that had the pants with the top, I don't think the pants would fully pull up on her, maybe. But I think because it's a dress, so that's why I found two dresses from that brand, same kind of style but different colors. And then I found a one-piece pajama, like a nightgown. So I'm gonna try one of them out first. I didn't get a chance to get it yet. I was going to, But they're in my cart for Friday, so I'll get them Friday. And then we'll see together if that size works for this baby. So, what I wind up getting, hold on, guys. Let me get the powder brush for her. Okay, guys. I have Santina over here. She's going to help me too today. So I have her sitting over here as well. That's why I had to pause you guys to get the brush because it was in that drawer. But anyway, so we will see together if, that size clothing here. I could probably show you. I think she has a couple veins on the top of her head too. I could show you. Maybe you guys can see that a little better. But, so we'll see if those work, for her. And if they don't, then I return it and, start looking for something else. I also was looking at, like the 8-inch Labubu outfits because I think that would work. But I think they would be too short, the dresses, because they're meant for more of a chunky, I guess, like plush. Danny's seen a couple of those that he wanted for his plushies, which I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to get, start with all the outfits for his plush too. I mean, I'll be here spending money, all kinds of money on outfits for everybody. But, so we'll see if they fit. And if they don't, then like I said, they go back and we start again, But I got to try because there's so many outfits in the 14-inch, size like that I love, that I think will look adorable on her if they fit correctly, And even if they don't fit correctly, as long as they're not too small, I could adjust it, like make it work, So I'm just powdering her, guys, as we're talking. I love when they're all silky smooth. And then I'm going to try and show you the vein in her head. So, okay, so I was going to get the dress. What I decided on is I don't think I'm going to get Danny the piano after all. I don't think I'm going to get it because I think in the long run, I think it might cause more arguments in the house between the kids because, it's not something that, yeah, he could put his headphones on, but he won't, and it's going to be something that when the kids, are not getting along or whatever, like especially him and Ethan, and then he's going to, start playing the piano to annoy people. And then, it's just going to go from there. And I don't know. I mean, I want to get it, but I don't. It's just one of those things. But anyway, only time will tell. If you see me playing the piano Christmas Eve on my Christmas Eve video, then you'll know I got it. Okay. And, which I talked to Christina, of course. Well, I talk to Christina every day. But I mean, when I was talking to her earlier, I asked if she, if she goes out Christmas Eve, I know she goes to her mom's and stuff. And she says, yeah, but, she'll be back, at a, plus there's a 3-hour time difference. So she'll be back. But I asked her if she wanted to, like, keep me company because on Christmas Eve, after the kids go to sleep and everything, I'm by myself because Jason goes in there and makes sure that, make sure they stay, in there, stay asleep. And, if they do wake up, try and, get them to go back to sleep and all that stuff. So, I'm, by myself out here. I mean, Jack did help me last year, but I was like, well, you want to maybe we could FaceTime then Christmas Eve, and she could like kind of just keep me company, while I wait for Santa and, put out the gifts and stuff. And she was excited. She said, yeah, sure. So, it'll help. And she said this too, that it'll help make a difficult day, because like we mentioned, we're still, mourning our parents, my mom, her dad. And so this will, it's always a difficult day, in that sense, but you try to, well, it's different. It's different because I have the kids, she doesn't have any kids. I think if she did, it would probably be a little bit easier because then, you are trying to make the best day possible for your children. Um, and so, she doesn't have that at the moment. So I think, instead of just, sitting there and being sad and, you know, upset about it, like to get your mind off of it, it's just always nice to have somebody, you know, and, and so we're gonna do that, Christina. We're gonna do that. And, it'll be nice for me to have somebody too you know, to talk with while I'm, getting things ready, and she could help me and, all that kind of stuff. So, um, so that's going to be really nice. And, it brings me to like, I also spoke with Suzanne today. Hey, Suzanne. And she's a lovely, lovely woman, Suzanne. And, we chat back and forth, and, it's like, she was saying too that she enjoyed the collab and she can't wait for my videos. And, she lives alone, and, she only has one, daughter who's grown and doesn't live with her. And, so, she, I told her, I said, I will, I'm going to be doing plenty of video clips, during Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. And, and then I will send her some clips. It's just nice to, and also I'm going to be doing my regular, video and all that. So, I don't know if I'm going to be doing like, I'll probably do one, like I said, Christmas Eve day. So during the day on Christmas Eve. And then, like opening my baby. I think that's what I'm going to do. But then all the clips and stuff put together and all that, I don't know. We'll figure it out. But, it's just, it's true. Not everybody, like we always show the, you know, um, wonderful side of the holidays and all this excitement and, but there are people that don't have, families or don't have, you know, um, I know my uncle, he's alone. He lives alone. He doesn't, there's this one woman that, does take him out, to her house on the holidays, on Thanksgiving and Christmas. He goes over to her house. I guess she's like I don't know, she's a group counselor or something, but like she invites, a few of her clients or whatever over for the holidays, which is nice, because my uncle doesn't have anybody else, and he lives by himself in his own apartment in, senior living housing, so it's like, I understand that people, are going to be alone this season, and if I can, help to make, anybody's day brighter, that's wonderful, and I'm here for it, I'm here for it. And it's just, we just all got to remember that it's not all cupcakes and rainbows for everybody, it's some hard times. And, that's when you pull together, that's when you, reach out and say, hey, can you, whatever it may be, can you talk, can you get this or whatever, share what you can, share pictures, share, whatever, and it's so nice to be able to do that here. And I'm so happy to be here with all of you. So, I powdered her, and, yeah, so we're gonna see, I took her, so you could kind of see, there's one, there's a red, I guess you would call that what, a capillary, I think, is that what the, like the red ones are, not the green veining, but there is a green one right next to it. I don't know if you could see that, but it's it's like that all over her, very light, wherever you can see it. But so, okay, so what I did was, so instead of ordering her the dress, I did have another headband I wanted to put on her, but for now, this is fine. Okay, so instead of ordering her that dress, I came across a deal and a half this morning, okay? And I know everybody's like, what? You said you were done with Danny. All right, I was, but Remember, I returned the piano. Okay, so this was part of that money. Um, so I came across a deal and a half. Now he had wanted last year. He had asked me for. Well, he asked Santa for this oven. It's called a cookies oven, but it's spelled cookies with EEZ, I think it's spelled. So what it is, if you're a parent of young children, you probably know what it is because it was a pretty popular toy last year. Um it's a little oven. It's like a little oven, okay? And it looks just like an oven, with the knobs at the top. You open the oven door. And so it's kind of like a magic trick type thing. So they give you like a little mixing bowl and a little spoon and this like fake like mixing powder that I think kind of turns whatever's in the bowl like into slime or something. Um, I think that's how it works. But so the kids mix it, put all the ingredients together, and then you open the oven, you put it in the oven, and you close it. You set a timer. You turn the oven on, the fake, you turn it on, and then it's a timer, is what it is. It's a timer, and then after a few minutes, it dings, and then your your cake is made or your cookie, whatever. And so you open the oven and what was there before has disappeared. Your batter disappeared. And in place of it is a scented plush toy. And the plush is a surprise. You don't know which one you're getting. So it is like a muffin or a cookie or a pie or whatever it may be. But it is a full like plush, okay, toy. And it smells just like whatever it's supposed, whatever the treat is, that's what it smells like. So essentially, because at first I was like, how does it do that? I was like, this got to be a hoax, this can't be. So I have watched a YouTube video on somebody doing it, and they explain. So what it is the oven has a trap door essentially underneath, and when the kids put the mix in there and they set the timer, so you can't see through the door. It does a switcheroo. It does an old switcheroo. So the floor pops up and the plush. So basically the whole thing shifts. So when you buy it, the plush is on the bottom level. Okay, so you can't see it because it's on the bottom of the oven. And then when you put the mix in and you set the timer, it pops up. So whatever the kids initially put in the oven, it pops up to the top secret compartment and it pushes the plush up to where the mix was. So essentially, it's an illusion. It creates the illusion that, whatever you put in the oven turned into this plush toy. I think it's pretty cool. Of course, you can do it over and over. Of course, it kind of is one of those, it's a novelty toy. I mean, once they catch on, they're going to know, hey, they're going to figure it out. But I think the idea of it is really cool. We've never had it before. Like I said, he asked for it last year. But they usually ask for things in like late November and say, oh, I want this from Santa, and not realizing that by then the elf is done making their toys. So that was kind of how it was last year when he asked me for this. So this morning when I was on Amazon, it was like on one of my front page things that pop up. And it was on sale. Okay, so it's usually $22, I think, which they have come down in price from last year, because I think last year they were $30. But it was down to like 22 or something like that, I believe. And then it was on sale to 18 and change. And then there was a 30% off coupon. So I got it for 13 something, 13.25, I think it was. So for $13, I figure we'll give it a shot, I'm sure he's going to love it. So if anybody's interested in that for one of their kids or grandkids, let me know in the comments below and I will link it in the video. Maybe I'll just link it anyway. But if you're interested and you don't see the link and you can't find it on Amazon, just let me know and I'll send it to you, the link. So that, and then I also grabbed, so it's kind of the same idea as the oven, except it's a toaster. So it's like just a little, square pop-up toaster, and it comes with but this is a Hello Kitty one. So now remember, he's into Hello Kitty this year, and Kuromi and all those, So, this one, it comes with like a card, like a little card, and it doesn't say who it is, so you could get it. So it's another one of those surprise type things where you don't know which one you're going to get. The kids love those things. Anything where there's a surprise, you don't know what's in the box, what's in the ball. It's like those balls. It's like when you open the baby, you don't know which one you're going to get. You don't know what color. You don't know if it's going to come with a stroller or a crib. You don't know any of that. So the kids love stuff like that, okay? So this one is definitely a Hello Kitty character, but it's 1 in 7, I think, that you could get. So you put the card in, you put, press the toaster down, and then after a certain amount of time, whatever, it pops up, but on the other side, it pops up a plush. Now, the plush is like in the shape of a piece of toast, obviously, because nothing else is going to fit. So it's more of like a flat type plush, but they look like they're the character of whatever you get. They look very vivid in color, and the design of it looks very detailed. So it's not just like a blob that's, So I grabbed him one of those. Now, okay, so they have another one that's actually like a Pop-Tart. So it's the Pop-Tart toaster, and then you actually get a Pop-Tart plushie. There's all different flavors, different looking frostings and all that, different little faces on them. And I thought it was the cutest thing. And at first I was going to get him one of those because he had said that he liked the Pop-Tart plush, because they actually have them as, like, I don't know if anybody's ever seen those little, they're called emotional support plushies, but they have them in like little food things. So like, they have a set that is like chicken nuggets, and it comes in a basket, and then all the chicken nuggets have a different like emotion. And they have those with ice creams and donuts and all kinds of little foodie things, So they just had recently come out with the Pop-Tart set, and Ethan was saying, I remember he said he wanted those. So they're a little pricey though, for little like 3-inch little Pop-Tart things. So I was like, I don't know. They're like $20, I think. Like, so I was like, I don't know. I don't think I'm going to get him this. He's going to look at it once and then, So when I seen they had the Pop-Tart toaster thing, I thought that was cool. I think that was better for him because Danny's getting one, but in Hello Kitty. And since it was the Pop-Tart like he wanted anyway, I figured I would get that for him. So that's in my cart. So I'm going to get Ethan one of those. Then I found a bunch of other stuff. I'm like, damn, why am I finding all this cool stuff now? Like, why couldn't I find this last month? So,
Sorry.
So, anyway, Jason is actually sewing Danny's, the other part of Danny's Pomni costume. So, we decided to cut up old red and blue t-shirts, and I had yellow pom-poms, and, he made Danny a Pomni shirt, and that turned out really good. So, of course, Danny wanted the Pomni hat to go with it. The hat is a little more, in depth, I guess, of sewing. So, Jason's doing his best to try and make the hat. But anyway, so I found all these other cool toys. So, one of them is, let me put this baby down. Say goodbye to Nina. We'll see you later.
Bye-bye. I'll let you know if my outfit fits me or not.
She reminds me of like a little fairy, right? Especially with this headband on, I feel. She looks like a little elf fairy. Like if she had the pointy ears, she would totally look like an elf. Okay, so So I seen all these. Excuse me. Okay, so I found a few more things, right, that I really would love to get for Danny. One of them is this kind of, it's bluey theme. It's either you could pick Hello Kitty or Bluey. Hello Kitty is double the price of Bluey, so I think I'm gonna go with Bluey. But essentially it's just like one of those, I forgot exactly what they're called, but you color or draw something, and then you lift this top part and you put the drawing in, and there's a wheel at the bottom that you turn, and it basically brings your drawing to life a little bit. So it makes it move, like so like they give you this picture of Bluey on a bicycle to color, and it showed how, like, once you put it in there and then you spin the wheel, it showed the bicycle, the wheels moving, and like it looks like it's the bicycle's really moving, and a couple other things behind it moving. So essentially it's like, it's like little animation kind of thing. And since he loves the drawing and stuff, I think he would really like that. So I have that in the cart. And then he's been asking me for sand art. Now, I don't usually like to do the sand art. We have done kinetic sand, but that usually like stays in the box. I did get him the bucket of little squishies already. So I figured maybe he could like kind of use those with the sand. So there was two different sets, again, Hello Kitty and Bluey, and I don't know why Hello Kitty is way more expensive, it seems, than Bluey, but he loves the Bluey too. And I did get him the Bluey robe, so I figured he could have his robe on, play Bluey sand art, play with his Bluey, animation, and be all good. So I'm gonna get him the sand art. So it comes with a different little baggies of colored sand, and then he could build. It comes with a Bluey container, and a pretty big one too. Like usually the sand art bottles are small, but it's a pretty good size. So it comes with little seashells, I think, and little glitter and whatever to kind of build the sand art. Oh, what's that? Sounds like a truck or something. So those are just a few other things that I had found. So I got him the two. Oh, and one more thing. So I'm going to get him those two, the sand art and the animation. Already got him the little oven and toaster. And there is one other thing that I really want to get him, and this is another thing that he asked me for last year, but again, last minute, and they were kind of pricey last year because they were like newer items. I think they've been around longer than a year, but they seemed more pricey last year. I don't know. Magic Mixies. If you have little kids, I'm sure you know what Magic Mixies are. So essentially, it's like a cauldron, right? It's this big, the cauldron looking thing, and they have a little gemstone on the front, and there's all different, there's sun and moon and water and fire and air and all this stuff. So I picked, according to the plush, I think it's water, I want to say. I don't know, but because you get it, so you get a possible one of two different plush with this particular choice, and one of them is rainbow, and he tells me that's his favorite color is rainbow. So, and of course, Jason's trying to tell him, well, rainbow isn't a color, it's many different colors, and he's like, well, that's my favorite color is rainbow. So it's a rainbow plush. So but it's like a tiger or a dragon or something, more boyish. It has the rainbow colors, but it seemed to me like the cauldron itself is, I think that one is like a dark purple and red, I want to say, something like that. But it looks really cool, and he asked for it last year. So essentially it's another one of those magical, things where the element of surprise, comes in again. And so you mix, I've never had one, but I've seen what it comes with and kind of read what you got to do. So essentially the kids, they make a potion. They throw in, all this stuff, the whatever comes with it, and then you mix it all around. It has the illusion of like smoke coming out of the thing, and and then you close it, I think, and then the plush pops in. I guess when you close it, I don't know, pops in, and then when you open it, your magic spell created this creature, that comes out of the top. So he likes stuff like that. It's entertaining and it's fun, and and while these things, I feel like I always question it, like now, like, is he really going to use this again? Like, is it just going to be a one time, one and done deal, or is he really going to use these things again? I don't mind this year because you think of what you spend $20. By the way, the magic mix is $20, and last year I think it was 50. It could be a different one. Like, I know they have, like, in all these things I'm talking about, they have like an electronic version, and then they have just the regular, without the fancy, whatever noises and all that. Like, we don't need that. So he'll be happy with just seeing Magic Mixie. So this is $20. They do have ones that are way more expensive, but this is the one I'm getting. So I don't mind, like, spending, like, the toaster was 10, the Hello Kitty toaster, that was $10. And then, like I said, I got the oven for 13 on sale. And this one is 20, so it's a little bit more. But I feel like even if he doesn't use these things again, it's worth it's worth the $10 for that. It's worth the 13 for the oven. So you think of how much you pay to go see a movie. Today's day. How much do you go pay to sit in a movie theater, and then you got to add the popcorn and the soda and the candy. Even if you don't buy the snacks, it's still, how much is it for a movie ticket, And so this is entertaining for him, it's entertaining. Um and the movie, right? You see the movie, you watch the movie, but you don't get to take anything home with you, so you're going for the entertainment. So to me, that's kind of how I'm thinking of it with these particular toys. Is he's going to get the enjoyment out of it. He's going to play with it for at least Christmas Day. And so it'll be, and it's also, I feel like, interacting with the rest of us too, because he could sit with Jack, and Jack will love to do the Magic Mixie thing, I'm sure. Like, he would never ask for that himself, but he would love to help his brother do it, So it's kind of, for them to bond too over certain things. So I think that I picked some good things, I think I did. I think these things, while they won't last as long as the piano, or who knows, if I with the piano I returned, that thing wouldn't have lasted for longer than Christmas break. It was flimsy. It was like light as air, and one of the keys was already stuck. Like, and we didn't even actually play it. Like, we just tested it out, but I don't even think I went that far down down that end of the keyboard. So it was like, you just gotta, when you have kids too, it's not all about, I feel like, yes, it is about buying things that are going to last. I get that too. But it's also about things that they're really going to enjoy. That they're really it's going to bring a smile to their face. They're going to love playing with it. They're going to, and about, like I said, interacting with other family members. And so, it's not just about having something that's going to last forever, because I bought toys last Christmas that I was like, oh, hey, that dinosaur, for one, the one that you squeeze his tail and he roars and lights up and everything. Hey, I thought that was going to be a major hit. He played with it that day, and I swear he maybe played with it 2 other times with me. Like, he wouldn't play like by himself. I think maybe once. But it wasn't the big hit I thought it was going to be, but I bought it because I felt like the brand was good. I thought it was going to last, for years to come. And look at where it is. It's in somebody else's house, hopefully. Hopefully it didn't end up in the trash. But you see what I'm saying? Like, those things that I was aiming to, buy things that I thought would last a while, they didn't even stick around that long, because they just weren't what he really wanted. It wasn't what he, you know, what his playtime involved. So, it's good to keep all these things in mind. I've been watching a lot of what I got my kid for Christmas videos. I watched another one last night. There's this one lady that I've watched several years in a row. She has 11 kids. 11 kids. And I'm like, so I had to watch it naturally because I'm like, what, what does she do? How does she do this? How does she organize all this stuff for these kids? And now granted, she does have them obviously all spread out the ages. I think her oldest last year was 18 or 19, and she was in college, and then she had two high schoolers, and then she had, so it was like spread out. So the older kids, you could tell they got a lot of clothes, shoes, boots, hats, earrings, little things like that. And until she got to like elementary school kids, then they kind of got more toys. But even so, she got them a handful of meaningful gifts, which was great. I love watching that lady. There's another lady that I watch, and believe it or not, I think she's a pretty popular channel. I think her name is called Thrifty Mom or Thrifty Mama, something like that. But everything that she buys her kids for Christmas and birthdays comes from thrift stores. She goes and she brings you with her too. And she goes and she finds these things that are more personalized and meaningful to each child. I think she has 5 kids, but meaningful to each child. And some things that she picks up, I'm like, I can't picture, a lot of these women also get like a lot of books for their kids, like their kids are readers, a lot of socks and stuff like that they need and stuff, and they're grateful too because I watch their Christmas morning videos as well. But last year I remember she's a homeschool, or maybe it's thrifty homeschool mom, something like that. But anyway, she homeschools her kids and everything. And anyway, so she got last year, I believe she caught a lot of heat with some comments from some viewers that were saying, because she had showed a pair of slippers that she got for one of her teenagers, I believe. And she was saying how because I watched the video, and then afterwards, I guess she had posted another video responding to this comment. And she was hurt. She was. Something to the effect of, she showed slippers that she bought for her daughter, and she found them at the thrift store, like she does with everything. Now, she said that there are a couple exceptions, like to things, like I think she allows them to pick like 1 or 2 things like from Amazon, and then she'll get one of them or something like that, or they could pick a couple and then she only picks a certain, whatever. So her daughter, I guess, had given her a couple of things that she really, really wanted, and one of them was this certain pair of slippers. And I guess she had went to the thrift store and found slippers in her daughter's size that were similar to the ones the daughter picked, but they were a different color. They were a different color, not the exact color the daughter really wanted. But a very similar style. She showed, the ones that she picked, and then she showed the ones that she bought her. And she was saying how the price was just drastically different. Like, she got the slippers at the thrift store for like $1.99, brand new with the tag. And the ones that the daughter wanted were like, I don't know, $12.99, something like that. And so when I'm watching it, I'm like, okay, wow, that's a huge price difference. And if she knows the daughter is going to be happy with those, then why not? And there was like, my nails are just so shitty right now that I'm like, anyway, you probably won't see this on next video, but anyway. So, the comments to her were so shitty that I was like really I was upset reading it. Um Something about like, what kind of mom are you? Your daughter asked for one thing that she really, really wanted, and you couldn't even get that for her. You just had to get her the used slippers. And first of all, like I said, they had the tags on them. They were brand new slippers, okay? But they were just really, coming down hard on her because she decided, that because I guess what she did was with that extra $10, like the difference between both pairs of slippers, she was able to get her a couple of other gifts at the thrift store, you know. So I guess a lot of people were saying, well, it's not always, you know, the quantity of the gifts. Get her something that, she asked for, that she really wanted. Other people were a little nicer about it, saying, that they really they love what she does, that she's able to stretch her money, thrifting for the kids. But, when it comes down to it, if that was their daughter, they would have bought her the, exact slipper she asked for. And other people just being really just totally straight up fucking rude. Okay. Um, and so it upset her, and she did a whole video about it, how she, like, in other words, she felt the need to explain herself as to why she did that, you know? It's like, why can't I understand this obviously is a huge platform, and plenty of different types of people watch your videos, and everybody's going to have a different perspective on things. But it was a Christmas video. It was what I got my kids for Christmas. Like, that's the way she chose to do that for her family. That's what worked for her and her family. And not everybody's going to agree with the way she's doing things. Hell, I didn't even really, agree with, well, she should get everything or most of it from the thrift store. But that's what she thoroughly enjoys doing. And she's done it for years and years. Like, this is her thing. Okay. It's her jam. She knows what she's doing. She knows what to look for. She knows where to look. She knows, it's just her thing. And I feel like for somebody to come down on her for that, for doing that, and like, she was so proud of these slippers. She was so proud that she was able to find brand new with the tag slippers for her daughter. She was so proud in that video. You could just tell, like, she was smiling, she was excited, kind of like when we get really good deals for our babies, right? Or when we find really good deals on a doll, or an outfit for them, or whatever it may be. And we're like, we can't wait to share the excitement, with everybody. That's kind of how she was. And like, it was just so like, I just remember feeling so sad for her, like, that these people were really just so mean, and like, I don't know, it did something to me, obviously, because I remembered it all this time. Anyway, my point being that everybody has to remember that what one person does for the holidays to their kids, the next person might think is too little, is too much, is not, you're not buying the right stuff, or, you should be getting your kids things more that they could use, or you should be getting your kids more books instead of toys, that kind of thing. It's like, it's the holidays, guys. It's supposed to be the happy season. We're supposed to, lift one another up and be happy for what each other has and does for their families, and, not point out things that are like, like that. It's like, don't be a Debbie Downer. And I'm sorry that for anybody that's named Debbie. Don't be a Karen. Sorry, Mom. um, you know, don't do that. Like, it's so hard as it is, this holiday season, this year especially, that, don't do that. Like, be excited and be happy for the next person, for what they're able to do for their children, you know? Um, so that's my message. That is my message. So I guess the point is, like, some people may watch this and be like, you already got Danny so many things, he doesn't need anything else. Why are you, buying him all this other stuff? You said you were done. Is anybody ever really done Christmas shopping? I mean, come on, let's face it, I'm shopping up to the very, so I mean, are you ever really done? I mean, listen, my biggest thing is Danny's my last baby. Um, and he's already 9. Well, he's gonna be 9. Um, and so I want to spoil him. If I wherever I can, I want to spoil him. I want, I not that I want him to be spoiled. I don't know how to describe it. He's my last kid, and the years are flying by, and before I know it, he's gonna be a teenager too, and like, that saddens me. Like, I want him to have the same, you know, fun and happiness and, Santa things that my other boys had at 8 years old, you know? And that's what I always say to them, to like, well, you guys are teenagers now, but when you were Danny's age, I did the same thing for you, So they have to kind of remember that. But being that he is my last kid, until I have grandchildren, which is far off, I want to do this for him. He's my son. I want to. They're all my. Listen, if I could, it's unfortunate that the older kids want lots of more expensive things, which they are getting. Their budget within their budget of things, but I love when to see their faces. I love to see, especially Danny, because he's the only one of my kids that still believes in Santa. And it's like I love that smile. When they run out to the tree Christmas morning, and when he sees all the presents wrapped, and just everything's like, and Santa came. It's that excitement. Like, it's not just for him; it's for me too. You know. So it's just that feeling of Christmas, and I don't have very many years left to do that for my kids, so there it is. So there it is. So whatever I can afford, and I plan on going to um Walmart. I do plan on going to Walmart next week. I do. Oh, I didn't tell you guys. Let me tell you this, and then, well, first, okay, I have so many things to say. I'm like, and it's already over an hour. Okay, and I have very important, announcement for today. Which, let me see if I could grab these from you, Santina, to remind me that I have to start talking about this. But, and I got to show you Clark's new outfit. Oh my god, I have so many things. Okay, so okay. I'm sad because, I'll tell you why I'm sad, then tell you why I'm happy. I'm sad because Christina had sent me something for my birthday, and it did not get here Saturday. It was supposed to be here Saturday, and that was part of one of the reasons why we were going to do the collab Saturday anyway, was because we were going to open that, and I was going to have her open the couple of gifts that I had already sent her for Christmas, because they're more of like, she could, display them for Christmas, whatever. So she was going to open those, which, Christina, now that I'm thinking about it, if you want to open them, you can. Like, I feel bad. Like, I totally forgot about that whole thing until you mentioned that it was supposed to arrive and it never did. But anyway, so Christina checked it this morning, and they actually returned it to the center because I guess she bought it from eBay, and she forgot to add my apartment number, and so they I guess they tried to deliver it to the post office or whatever, and they said it was undeliverable because the address was incomplete. So they could have just looked. I mean, that's so annoying. Like, they could just see the last name and know where it goes, but they just don't want to. I guess, do that. So they returned it to sender. And Christina, I'm wondering if, you know what, I'm going to write to you. Maybe, did they already, did it already part the post office? Because if you have the tracking number and I call my local post office, I don't know why I didn't ask you that this morning. I could call my post office and see if the package is still there. If it's still there, then they will bring it. So I don't know why I didn't think of that this morning. I'm gonna, as soon as I'm done with this video, I'm gonna text you. Anyway, so I was sad that that didn't arrive. I was looking forward to that, but she said, that she would reorder it or whatever and send it. But don't order anything yet until I talk to you, because I would already talk to you by the time you see this. So anyway, so I was sad at that. But I am happy because I got a letter on Saturday, in the mail, and I was approved for paratransit bus service. So I was approved. So usually when we go to Walmart or something like that, Jason has to come because he has to make a trip. So paratransit service is basically a door-to-door minibus service that is for the disabled, and they come and pick you up at your door, and then they bring you to where you're supposed to go, and then they will come and pick you up where you were and bring you back home. So the only thing with this is you have to call in advance to schedule your trip. So usually they tell you 72 hours, but you can make it the day before, like 24 hours before, but then you are on their time. In other words, they fit you in where they can. So, like, let's say if I wanted to be picked up at 9 o'clock in the morning to go to Walmart, but I did it like for, like, if I wanted to go tomorrow, and I called today, then they may not have a 9 o'clock slot. So then they would just find something that's closest to the time you want to go. A lot of times they fill up quick. So if if you call the day before, there's not always a chance that you will get to use the service. So if you have like a doctor appointment or something like that, you have to make sure you really call like at least 3 days in advance. But anyway, so yes, so usually when I go out somewhere to a doctor or wherever, Jason has to come with me because it's his service that we're using. And I'm the PCA, so it's a personal care assistant. So now, I had put in the paperwork. My doctor filled everything out for me, and I put in the paperwork last month. And I just got news Saturday that I was approved for it. So I'm approved for the next 2 years till 2028. So all I have to do is call. I'm waiting for my card actually, because they give you a little transit card. And so now I get to, if I want to go to Walmart, I don't need Jason. Okay, I don't need you now anymore. Okay, I will make my own trip. Okay, and I could bring the kids with me, so we don't all have to, I don't have to take a regular bus and all that stuff. So because usually if I have to go on a regular bus, it freaks me out. It really freaks me out. So and I'm picking away at my nail as I talk because I'm getting nervous about talking about the bus and all that. So I will get my nail file. I'm picking at my nail and I shouldn't be. But anyway, so yes, I am filing my nail on a video. I just gotta get this sharp edge, guys. Okay, there's like a sharp edge. Don't want to put no sharp edges on the babies. So yeah, so that's exciting. So now what I'm thinking is, so of course, as soon as Danny's seen that, he's like, "Oh, that's great, Mommy." He's like, "Now can we go to Walmart without Dad?" I was like, "Okay, well, um, I guess I will go with Danny maybe." The thing is, if I go with him, it's like, and Jason's not with us, it's like, how am I supposed to get any Christmas shopping done? Like they're gonna see whatever I get. So, and then it's that much harder, like, if he has to go to the bathroom, if I have to go to the bathroom. I mean, they do have a family restroom at Walmart, but they only have one all the way at the back by toys. And usually we have to use the restroom, like, as we're checking out. And the family one's all the way in the back. So then we gotta wait until we check out and go all the way back. It's just, things like that. And then whose feet hurt, who's thirsty. And then usually one of us, usually Jason will take them to go sit down on the bench for a little bit, or, because usually when we're there, I'm there for hours. So, I mean, I could just go by myself. No, I can't go totally by myself. I can't do it. I don't think I'm at that point yet to just totally go by myself, Um, again, it's like the point of like thinking about it and leaving my house, um, versus like being there, like getting there and being, shopping. My nail is so fucked up. All right. um, I'm just looking at it now. It's totally messed up in this area where, oh my God. Anyway, so I don't think I'm at that point yet where I can like just go to the store by myself. Um, I think it would be like once I'm there, I'd be okay, I think. I just don't want to chance it. And plus, I feel like it's not fun by myself anyway. I mean, it'd definitely be calming, like without, in that sense, that I have nobody with me. But, sorry guys, you guys are probably getting so annoyed hearing about this all the time, but not really, because I haven't really talked about it. But I'm excited. I'm excited that I'm able to do that if that's what I choose to do. Um, so yeah, so that's good news to hear right before the holidays, right? So I'm thinking about going to Walmart is my whole point. Now they have nail dust all over me. So I might go. We'll see. We'll have to see about that. And if I do go, you guys definitely motivate me. You guys definitely do motivate me to want to do that because, of course, then I could do a holiday video at Walmart. So I can kind of bring you guys around the baby section and the toy section and, show you guys like, should I get this? Should I get that? Should I do that? You guys can be with me. That would be really cool to do a live at Walmart, but I don't think you could do that really at the store, because you gotta be, I mean, if I was by myself, I don't think they would allow you to do that. I don't know. That's a good question. That is a good question because that would be pretty freaking cool, I think. Right? Because then, like, who's ever there, like, I don't know if I'd be able to answer all kinds of comments and stuff, but I'd be able to like, ask real-time questions, like, real-time, like, should I get this color or that color? Should I, that would be pretty cool. But we'll see. It would be Saturday. It would be Saturday if I go. So, got all week to think about this and see where I'm at. Also, I feel like when I go to Walmart, I wind up spending money that I just don't have. Like, I know it's silly. That's what everybody does, right? I do like the fact that Saturday is the day after Halloween. So if there's any like costumes or whatever, everything will be 50% off. So that's a plus, and anything in the Halloween section that I could get for stocking stuffers or, because Jack and they like, like skulls and stuff like that and skeletons and, spooky kind of stuff. So in that sense, it's cool. Definitely could get 50% off candy. That would be great because even though it's Halloween candy, it'll last to Christmas for stockings, right? Even though I did, well, I'll talk about that on another video. Anyway, so that's a plus. The negative side is that if I go, Danny's gonna want to come with me, and I'm not gonna be able to really hide anything from him unless Ethan comes with me, and then I could kind of have Ethan and Danny like, no, it's not gonna work. It's just not gonna. I don't like them going by themselves anywhere in the store, especially around the holidays season. But I don't know. I don't know what'll happen there. Anyway, I do want to go. I want to see the trees. I want to see the decorations there at Walmart. I want to pick up a couple new ornaments. I want to do all that stuff. So, um, see, it's just a toss up thing, money wise, because you go there and you're going to spend money. You can't just go to look. You're going to spend money when you're there. And then, that cuts from, then my Amazon spending, it cut. So I have to do my budget is what I really need to do this week. Got to do the budget. Especially not knowing about these damn SNAP benefits. This is really really killing me because I don't know. I don't know what it is, but we're planning, like it is happening, like we're not going to get it this month. So things have to be adjusted. And like I said, they will be, it's just, that's what I mean by, can I go to Walmart? Um, and I already told him, I'm like, Jack, what kind of shampoo do you want to use this month? Because we got to share, what kind of soap you guys want. We're all going to have to use the same, I'll just get 2 of the big pumps of body wash, and I'll be fine, there's just other things we got to cut, like no parchment paper, we're going to have to, limit the Ziploc bags. Those I usually go through like water, and then we always stock up on like pasta and sauce and, grated cheese and bread. We freeze all, breads and, all that kind of stuff, pantry stuff. We always stock up on that anyway. Ramen has become expensive, guys. Did you see ramen lately? Amazon, we used to get ramen from Amazon because they would sell the giant case, like 24 of them for like 5 and change. I looked yesterday, they want almost $16 for a case of ramen, like the 24 pack. And I'm like, hell fucking no. I ain't paying $15 for fucking ramen. Fuck that. You can get 15 boxes of fucking pasta. You could get 15 boxes. You could get 15 boxes of the Great Value pasta. Okay, even say 14, okay? Or you could get 7. I could get a week's worth of complete dinner, like pasta and a jar of sauce. Even though I prefer my husband to make the sauce, but that's not always doable. So it's quick, okay? Pasta, jar of sauce, pasta, jars. I get 7 jars of sauce and 7 pastas for, let's see, let's just say under $20. I have a whole week's worth of dinner to feed everyone for under $20. And you're telling me a case of ramen is $15? Fuck that. No, ain't happening. Okay. So we didn't even buy ramen last month. We bought pasta, like I said, pasta, little, because I love like doing I make my own soups. So like I don't buy canned soup or jars or whatever the hell, frozen soups or whatever the hell they have. I make my own soups. So soup is so simple, guys. It is so quick, easy, simple. And the best part about soup, as long as you have bouillons or bouillon powder, and you can throw anything in there. You could throw anything. I love getting the little tiny ditalini macaroni or the, I love pastina, but you cannot find pastina here. I haven't had pastina since New York. You cannot find. My mother brought it over. My mother brought pastina over. I think from Florida. Yeah, they sold it down there. Guys, do you still have pastina down there? Somebody send me some pastina. I do not. You can't buy it here. Like, I think they're like, I mean, listen, if anybody's willing to send, I'll send you the money for the pastina. Like, I have no problem doing that. I will PayPal you money for pastina. You guys send it to me. I love pastina. I think Danny has only had it that one time when my mom brought it because you can't buy it here. There is no pastina here. Just like there's no broccoli rabe here. You can't buy it. You can only buy the broccolini. No broccoli rabe. Can't make it. Can't do nothing. I'm so upset. I love it with olive oil and you fry it up with the sea salt and the olive oil. And oh my God, it's so fucking good. And I haven't had it in years, like 10 years. It's crazy. It's really crazy. It was my favorite vegetable too. A little bitter, but it's so good. Oh my God. Okay. So, Yeah, so that you could make soup with anything. You could throw in, and this aggravates me a little too. Like when you watch those budget, like I've been watching a lot of like these like housewives that make meals for their family of five, six, whatever. Um, a lot of them are very repetitive in the items they use. And this is not knocking the South at all, but like a lot of these people are from the South. They're like they have the full on accents. They are from the South. And the one main ingredient that I notice that they always use is paprika. Now, mind you, paprika has no flavor. Paprika is just really coloring unless you buy smoked paprika. But for regular paprika, there is no flavor, guys. There's can't go to Flavor Town. You can't go to Flavor Town. There is no flavor in it. So they every time they use that as like an ingredient, I like giggle because that's why. Like um they always use the same like I understand like a lot of these things you can't they do give you like at pantries like the we call it mechanical meat because like those tubes of meat that they give you like it's not real. It's like just the end like the pig's lips and eyes and assholes is what we call it. Okay. That they put in there, which hot dogs, a lot of hot dogs are made like that too. That's why you got to get the Nathan's all beef hot dogs or Sabrett's. And even that I'm sure isn't 100% whatever, but they always show the same like, and then the bag of the frozen veggies like the string beans with the corn and the carrots or something like that. Okay. And then there's another main ingredient. Which is what the heck was it? I don't know, but it's just stuff that they're saying is like it's yes, okay, it's budget friendly, but what they don't realize is you can get other things. Like I feel like I want to start making like recipe videos like for budget people, for being on a budget because I'm sure they're out there. Like I think they need more of like a Italian cooking on a budget, okay? You need to have flavor. You need to have your cheese, your grated cheese and these things really aren't that pricey. Like, yeah, sure, if you go down to your deli and get, freshly grated locatelli cheese, then yeah, of course you're going to pay a lot of money. If you just get like the jar of like great value, shaker cheese, the Romano cheese, whatever, um, it's not that much. And then for soups, you can make like I'm like I my mom always called me the soup queen because I used to put together so many things. You can make an egg drop soup. Okay, you just scramble your eggs and that's so easy to do. You just throw the eggs in there. After you of course cook your little macaroni. So I like to make like with the little orzos or ditalini, and you put that in the chicken broth. It soaks in all the nice like flavor from the chicken broth. I like to cook my macaroni in chicken broth anyway. Not when you're putting it with sauce, but if you are making like my kids love like macaroni with butter and cheese. And if you're making something like that, you can I cook them in the chicken broth. It soaks up. I don't strain it. My husband's like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Don't you need a strainer?" I'm like, "Nope. I don't need no strainer because it soaks in all that chicken bouillon and it flavors the pasta. And then you could throw in your butter, your grated cheese. I like to put in a little shredded mozzarella on the top, and it's so good. Okay. Then you can make, if you're doing like a soup, you can do it. You could throw in anything, any kind of vegetables. If you had, oh my God, if you had like, let's say you had sausage the night before some, you could chop up some of that sausage, throw that in the soup. You can put, if you had chicken, a whole roasted chicken the night before, and you have leftovers, chop that up into cubes, throw the chicken in, throw some vegetables in if you have leftover corn or corn is so cheap. It's like, for the can of corn. Even if you buy a couple of ears of corn on the cob, you had that the night before. I think they're like 55 cents an ear. You had some of that the night before. Hold on, guys. Hold on one second. Okay, so my kids are home, my 2 oldest kids anyway. But anyway, so back to that. So you can yes. So you can buy the ears of corn for like 55 cents. You have those left over. You take the rest of the corn off of that. You throw that into the soup. You have fresh corn in the soup with some chicken and some. I can't think right now because now they're in here talking. But you could throw anything in a soup. Okay, you don't have to make it with chicken bouillons. You could do a beef bouillon if you like that. You could buy a vegetable stock if that's what you want. If you make your own broth, that's even better. You can do so many different things with soup. You can make stews. You could do all kinds of stuff like that. Okay, so you can do those things and be budget friendly. Like, I feel like a lot of these people that do the recipes and stuff for the budget, like, they show the same ingredients over and over and over again. You can really do different types of recipes that don't involve like the same bag of frozen vegetables time and time again. Yeah, what's that? We don't eat that here.
What?
So yeah. So I might, you know what, like, maybe starting in the new year, would anybody be interested in seeing something like that? Like, I don't know, because like, this is a doll channel, and like, I always have these ideas to incorporate other things into my videos, and I know a lot of you watch my videos because you like hearing stories and how I, do other things other than just the dolls. There are channels that are just mainly strictly for dolls, doll content, that's it. And then there are other channels that kind of venture out into other things. Sometimes people venture out into things and then it just doesn't work out how they planned. I don't want to be one of those people. I want it to be successful in stuff that I'm doing. So I know you guys said that you wanted to see like me do the stuffed mushrooms and the cookies and stuff like that, and we are going to do the best we absolutely can here. We got to wait for that bake sale, but we will be doing some sort of video to that. And stuffed mushrooms, I'm going to do that anyway. So I'll probably do that video, like, because I'm going to do them for Thanksgiving. So it'll be like around that time that I do the stuffed mushrooms. And I would really like to do the 3-color cookies for my birthday. What do you have for me?
Pick a hand.
If anybody would like to see me in the new year do some kind of budget-friendly recipes, Italian style, let me know in the comments below. And if I have enough people that are interested, then I might consider it. But I'm going to have to get some kind of tabletop ring light, I feel. Because this, I have a standing one. I have one on my list that I really, really want to get. I'm hoping my husband will get it for me for Christmas. And it's pink. It's a pink ring light. But anyway, besides that, I'm going to have to look for a tabletop one. If I'm going to be doing like recipe things and stuff like that, because I have to have something where I could face it towards the table and you'll be able to see everything. And okay, what do you got for me? What do you got? Pick a hand? Both.
No.
I pick left and right.
No.
All right, I'll be... Oh, no, come on, I can't, I don't like nuts.
I'll give you this if you like.
Oh, I'll take both.
If you leave me alone.
Do you have any more? Do you have any more of these?
No.
All right, I'll take both. All right, I'll leave you alone. For how long? Here. I don't like nuts.
Okay, I can leave you alone for the rest of the day.
No, leave you alone for the rest of the day for a fun-size Hershey's? What kind of shit is this, man?
Ain't fun size.
This is fucking fun size. You're right, it ain't fun size. It ain't fun at all. This is like tease you size. Okay, I'll remember that. I got some strawberry wafers coming today. I got some chocolate wafers coming today. I even got some Pop-Tarts coming today. Oh, okay. You want to say hello to my viewers?
No.
Come on, pop in and say hello. Come on, nobody ever sees you. Just say hello. Just pop in. No, come back this way and poke your head in. This way. Where are you going? Come over here. Come on. This is Jack, my oldest son. Get in here.
No.
Come on, just say hello. Smile. Smile nice. Oh, look at that smile. Look at that smile. My son. My handsome son over there.
I just ate chocolate.
Oh, that's why you don't want to smile? Oh, that's right, because now you got nuts in your teeth. I'll be quiet. There's my other handsome son. He has no problem popping in. Won't you pop in? Come on. Say hello to my viewers.
Hop in.
They miss you. They miss Stitch. Here's my other
Leave me
handsome boy.
alone.
I got some handsome kids.
I have some.
Yeah, you too, Stitch. But look what I got. Fun size.
Guess what?
What?
I have Twizzlers.
Why?
I had a bunch of candy.
Did you guys have trunk or treat at the school? Yeah, you did. Hand it over, Stitch. Hand it over. Look at this. Look at this monstrosity of nails. This is really sharp. Watch out. I am going to eat this right now because I am like, I haven't eaten a thing today. The only thing I have is coffee today. The whole day. I'm not even kidding you.
Can I sneak about it?
Nothing. I haven't had anything.
Can I sneak about
And
it?
it's what time? 3? Oh, no, you can't. I'm eating this whole fucking thing right now.
I want to sneak it. No.
No, come on. Wait a minute. Ew, is this from last Halloween?
Yup. I love you.
Love you too. Where are you going? Did you get your grades back for your presentation of the
No.
snack? What is it called? Snack and press? What is it called? What Dad say it is? Snack and bite? Snack. Dad gave you the idea yesterday, remember? For the
or something like that?
pick and choose. No, for the QR code. What was it? He said smack and press. I don't know. Smack and pick.
Can I go outside?
Pick and press. Wait, press and pick? No.
Can I go outside?
Why?
Because I want to hang out with the daydream thing.
Well, you gotta please remind them that I'm on a video, and
She's
also
on a video.
really I could have done that, Ethan.
Ugh.
Well, it's something important.
Well,
Damn.
we have to. I guess you could go play, but do you have work?
Nope. Thank you.
What? You have no work.
Nope.
Do you, well, Can you go and check the mail for me first? Please. Please. Who's gonna get Daniel? Who's gonna get Daniel? Oh my god,
wait.
1 year. 1 year on his birthday. He was so upset. They actually spelled his name Daniel instead of Daniel. Yeah. He was so upset. They spelled it Damiel instead of Daniel. Of course, Ethan was hysterical. And I tried not to laugh because, I mean, that's devastating for a kid. You know, you have your birthday cake and it says different name on it. But, you know, it was fine. I fixed it with a toothpick, but anyway, I'm trying to get somebody to go get my mail. You never know. Anyway, so after I eat this, we're going to get to business. Let me show you Clark. And then we're going to get to the business. Oh, wait. Let me show you this guy first. I dressed him this morning. I also got to look for clothes. I need preemie clothes. Anybody has boys preemie clothes, please let me know. This is preemie. Guys, come on. Okay, this is preemie. And you see it's like, it's big, but it's okay. You know, it fits him. It fits him. All right. It fits him.
Hi, Ethan.
Hello.
Hi.
Guess what?
What?
I gotta wear my Halloween costume to school on Friday.
What? No, you can't. You're not allowed.
Yeah, we are.
I thought you can't wear it to school. Danny has to change there.
Well, we can wear it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, good thing. You know what? I'm so happy it's finally Halloween on Friday because guess what? The day.
Christmas.
Yeah, we put the tree up day after Halloween.
Bruh.
Bruh. Bruh.
It's already up.
No, I don't know what you're talking about. My tree is not up, okay?
You
I don't
did
know.
you did the collab in front of the tree.
Oh, did I? Oh,
Yes.
oh shit. Oops, I did it again. And also, I gotta make a trip for Saturday.
Am I
Walmart.
coming?
If you, we'll talk about it when you come home. Just go check the mail, please. Thank you. Okay, so we'll see if there's any mail in there. I don't know, but anyway, so, look at him. So this is Preemie from Carter's, and yeah, it's a little baggy, but I don't care. If as long as it doesn't have a zipper, it will fit him, you know? Because if it has a zipper, it'll bunch too much. But Clark is a true preemie, so he could wear, you know, preemie zipper stuff, whatever. But this guy cannot. But I love him. I love Nathan. Look at him. He's not my little hot dog. Now I'm gonna call him my little hot dog now. My little hot dog, Nathan. Look at him. He's so cute. I love this little guy. I sleep with this one. This is the perfect size for me to cuddle with at night and sleep with. Not feel like my shoulder's going to break off because of, you know, how heavy he is. He's just the perfect amount of weight. He's like, I would say he's like 2 pounds, maybe 2.5. But he's really, really cute. He might be 3 pounds because the girl is like a pound, maybe. Yeah, I would say she's like 1.5 pounds. He's probably like 2.5. But the perfect, you know, perfect size and weight and cuddle factor, and he's jiggly. I love him so much. He's so cute. Okay, Mommy's gonna put you down. We kind of got to move it along because Danny's gonna be coming in. I kind of want to explain to you guys the and I'm gonna bring my baby girl on here in a minute. But look, I had to show you Clark. Okay, this is the outfit that I opened on the collab. This is the outfit that Nana Tina, that's what she wrote from. Nana Tina. I'm just trying to fix his hat so he's like a straight pumpkin here. Okay, so he's so cute. Look at this outfit on him. Look at this outfit on him, Tina. Look at this. Look at him. Look at Clark. Oh my God. Look at that face. Look at the face. He's so cute. What are you doing?
Mailman's down there.
Oh, the mailman's down there now. Ooh. I hope that I get some mail today.
I gotta wait.
Wouldn't that be nice? Okay, so look at Clark. Look at Clark in his cute little pumpkin outfit from Nana Tina. Look, and it fits him perfect, Tina. Look at this. It's the perfect size. Whoa, his head. It's the perfect size for him. And this is Carter's preemie. So it's the perfect size for Clark. Look at him. Oh my gosh, he is the cutest baby. Look at him. I love Clark so much. And good news, Clark is going to soon have a twin sister. I have a lovely viewer, Pamela,
I thought you said Clark's gonna sue.
who I wasn't sure if I should talk about it yet. Remember, I was telling you guys, I think Friday, I wasn't sure yet. Because she had mentioned it to me, but I didn't know 100%. But she emailed me and said yes. She is going to be shipping on, I think she said the 7th of November. Wait a minute. Are you going to the mail?
No, the mailman's down there.
Okay, so then wait. Just bring the key and go wait. So this way you can get it before Danny.
That's gonna get him.
Oh, Dad's getting Danny? Okay, well just go, just. Oh, wait. So wait. Don't you have to wait? Don't you have to wait?
Yeah.
Just wait here. Just wait here for a few.
He just started.
Oh. Alright, well, I don't want you playing with the key. Like, you might lose it.
It's gonna be on my neck.
Put it on the inside of your shirt, then. Do not lose my mail key, okay?
I'm gonna sell it on eBay.
Haha. Love you. Okay. So, Pamela emailed me, and she said that she has a girl, same size as Clark, and same face and everything, and she was not bonding with her, so she wanted to know if I would like her. She would send her to me for my birthday, and that was so sweet, and of course I said yes, I would love to have a twin for him, because I am just so enjoying these silicone dolls. And so she's going to send her to me, but She said that she wanted to wait because she wanted to get her, she's seen a couple of things that she wanted to get for the doll to send with the doll to me. So I guess I'm assuming she means like outfits for the baby. So which Pamela, I already told her she does not need to do that and spend any extra money on outfits or anything else. I would be so happy with just the baby alone, but she said that's what she wanted to do. So but I'm going to be so thrilled to open that baby, and I will, of course, do that baby on a box opening video so everybody can join in the excitement for when I open that baby. So that's very exciting as well. And who knows what else is to come, right? So we're going to talk about the main event now, okay? The main event. I saved it for last. And I said I wasn't going to do it on a 2-hour video. Oops. Okay, so on the video, so say goodbye to Clark. I'm going to grab my baby Santina back here. So on the, come here, girl. Get over here. Okay, so on the collab.
Hi.
I kind of wanted to do it at the end too because I know a lot of people probably didn't get to watch the collab, or they're not going to watch the collab, or whatever it may be. And I didn't want to just do it right in the beginning because then it kind of defeats the purpose of being hidden. So on the collab, me and Christina announced that we will be doing a holiday giveaway as a pair. So we're doing it together. So we're collabing for the holiday giveaway. I had spoken about the holiday giveaway in my previous videos, but me and Christina decided, we talked and we decided that it would be a lot more fun, number one, and it would give the winner a essentially a larger prize. You know, it's not gonna be like, you know, $1 or anything like that, but it's gonna be a nice holiday themed giveaway. So essentially the winner will, you know, have an option of a few different not designs, like themes. So if you like, you know, if you love Frosty, you want snowman themed items. If you love gingerbread, if you love, you know, I don't know, elves, if you love Stitch, you know, if you love whatever it may be, you know, if you have a certain character that's your favorite, you know, you love Winnie the Pooh, you know, you love the Disney princesses, you love, you know, just the colors. If you like, you know, you have a red and green theme going this year, or if you're doing, you know, pink and green, or whatever it may be, right? We're going to include the winner in some of those decisions. And then ultimately me and Christina will pick the items that we are going to choose to send the winner. We are leaving the giveaway open until the 14th of November. And this is my entry giveaway. So there are two. You must enter under both this video and Christina's video whenever she puts that out. Now, she has all week to put out her video, and it, again, will be hidden in one of her videos. So it won't be in the title, but you have to watch hers as well, because to enter, you have to put the code words into the comments. So my code word is dun 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 jingle. So under my under the comments here, as long as you have the word jingle in your comment, somewhere in your comment, you could write whatever you want. Please just don't write jingle though, because then people will catch on. You know, if 3 or 4 people just put jingle, people are going to catch on that that's the word. So try to hide it a little bit anyways in your comment below. And just as long as I see the word jingle, then you're entered, okay? From my end. Now, when Christina puts her video out, she will have a totally different code word. and you have to put that in under her video, in her comments. If you want the full rules of the giveaway and the full, know how to enter and all that, it's that's basically it, really. I mean, the only other thing that you must do is you must be subscribed to both my channel and Christina's channel. And if you don't know Christina, it is Cuddles by Christina. So go over to her channel. Listen, you probably know her more than you know me, okay? Go over and check out her channel. If you don't, you must also be subscribed to her. And when her video comes out, you have to leave her code word under her comments for that video. And then after the 14th, well, when she gets back from the doll show, because that weekend of the 15th is the doll show, me and Christina will go over my comments here and her comments for her video, and we are basically gonna cross match. So as long as the same person commented the code words under each video, then you're entered. Got to be 18, USA only, because we can't afford to ship outside at this time. And so that's what it's gonna be, guys. The items, though, I will say, we decided that I know it would be really nice to hand wrap things and make everything pretty and add candy canes and all that good stuff for holidays, But we figured this way it's more cost effective to send the items straight from Amazon. So me and Christina will pick the items, and then we will most likely have them do a gift bag or something like that from Amazon and then ship them directly to you versus doing the box here and then having to pay $30 to ship it out. That doesn't make any sense. And that's why we decided to collab on the giveaway in the first place, because times are tough everywhere for everyone, and we're trying to do the best we can to make this interactive for many of our viewers. So that's what we decided to do, because we're able to give more that way. So more cost effective that way. So that's what you got to do. You want to enter, you got to comment below jingle somewhere in the comment. You could say whatever else you want. Just make sure you put jingle. Now to go, okay, so that being said, I'm going to put Santina down for a second. So say goodbye. Goodbye, everybody. By the way, this doll is gorgeous. Tina did a box opening. She had got the medium skin tone baby, Maddie, and go check out her video, guys. She wasn't as happy as I am with this baby. I think, I feel like this brand, like I said, I've always stuck with the Terabithia brand because I've always had such luck with it. And I like the vinyl. I don't think it's too plasticky feeling like some of the replicas could be. And I always had luck with the hair and the coloring and all that. So I was kind of used to the replicas because, again, I never had an actual authentic toddler of Maddie. So I was always satisfied with the replica ones. Probably because I didn't know any different. But look, her leg is like you were squeezing it, Tina. Yes, look, her leg is collapsible. The last ones I got, her arm isn't as bad, but her leg definitely is. I used to restuff them, but I don't have any, of the thin zip ties. I might have some bigger ones that if they fit, like her neck one isn't so thin. I might. It depends. I might redo her. I don't know. But I feel bad because, I really recommend this brand. And she was like, But I think, too, because you have, okay, you're, like you told me, lady, you started up there. And she started with, she got a full body silicone from Angela Plica. So that's why I think she's like, this ain't no good for me. Oh, hell no. No, I'm just kidding. But when I would imagine when you have a doll, oh, look, her arm does move now. Oh, wait, see, it's loosening up the more I play with her. I would imagine, though, if you start, that's kind of what I do with my with my authentic reborns, my vinyl ones, is that, and I've told this story many times, is that I kind of started high up there because I started with a doll that was painted by, a higher end artist, and that was the first one I got. And so when I got that one, I was like, I loved him. And then after that is when I got introduced to Anna, and then I started getting her babies. And, once I had her babies, I was like, oh wow, these are amazing. But then I wanted to venture out because it was the beginning of my collecting, and I wanted to venture out and see what other artists had to offer. And I thought, oh my God, if these dolls are so great, I can't imagine how real the other ones must be. And what I came to find out is that it was because I started my collecting with the bar high, and then as I moved on to other artists, the bar kept getting lower and lower, and I wasn't happy. I wasn't satisfied with them. So that's kind of what happened, with the vinyls. And that's why I kind of, after all that money I spent searching for like the next best thing, I came full circle back to my artist, because essentially she had the best work for the price. Like, and even that, like, I feel like Anna undercharges for her dolls. And I hope she's not listening, because then she might raise her prices. Shh, no, she won't. But she's been consistent with her prices, and like it's beautiful, because in a collecting world where all these other artists are raising as everything else gets raised, the prices of everything else, like Anna has, stuck by her pricing. And for the quality that you get of her painting, it's incredible. So yes, I made a full circle, and now I basically stick with Anna, definitely for any custom dolls, or and I would call her dolls, they basically are customs, because she's allowing you to pick, certain things. And she knows by now how I like my babies, so that makes it all the more easier, for me. So I think that for most of my babies, especially my cuddle babies, I stick with Anna. Now there is the occasional doll that I'll come across on Reborns that, if I have the money at the time and I see it and I really think it's, something for me, I will still, get it. But for the most part, I kind of feel like the ones that I have done that with, I wind up selling anyway. And the only ones that ever really stay for any extended period of time are the ones by Anna. So that's how I know too, that that's just what I prefer. She knows how to make my dolls custom for how I want them. She's the sweetest, kindest woman ever. If you don't know who Anna is, or if you want to try a doll that is incredibly painted. Now, she doesn't root hair, she does the painted hair, but very, very incredibly real looking. You need to go check her out if you're looking for an authentic baby, at a fabulous price. I don't know if she has any spots open left for the holiday babies, but she always leaves a spot for me open, and that I'm so grateful for. But if you need a doll, like an authentic baby, I suggest you really go check out her page, see if her artwork is something that you may be interested in. And you can find her on Facebook and on Instagram at Ling Reborn Nursery. It's LHING Reborn Nursery. And her name is Anna, and she's incredibly talented, very highly talented, incredible woman. So go check out her work. So this baby is incredible too, and I love her so much. And in fact, she was coloring with Danny this weekend. They had lots of fun, didn't you, Santina? Yes, I did. And I tell you guys, her painting, her eyebrows. I showed pictures to Sherry today. I was talking to Sherry. Hey, Sherry. And Sherry was saying how she showed me pictures of her gorgeous, gorgeous, authentic Rosalie. And girl, you are making me want a Rosalie again. See, I kind of had Rosalie in the back of my mind for a while, and now I think she might be the New Year's baby for me, because she's gorgeous. That doll is gorgeous, and the way yours is done, I mean, mine will have painted hair, but Sherry's has rooted hair, and Sherry, I forgot. I think she said her artist is Letitia Morano. I hope I say that right, but I know she's a higher end artist, and definitely that baby shows it. She is gorgeous. I'm jealous, Sherry. I'm jealous. Okay, I already told her. I already told Sherry I'm jealous. She's beautiful, Rosalie. Beautiful. And you got to tell me. You got to text me and let me know if you made it a girl or a boy. I think it could go either way, Sherry, because the baby is done that well that I think it could really go either way. I've always seen Rosalie as a girl. I've always had her as a girl, and I've had 4 Rosalies before, I believe. So definitely I would say a girl, but that one could go as a boy as well. The baby's gorgeous. Congratulations. But I showed her pictures of Santina, and she said, yeah, she couldn't believe it when she seen her that this doll, for a replica, it doesn't look like a replica. It looks like it could be an authentic Maddie, because of the painting and her eyebrows, she was saying, and her eyes and everything, the hair. And, we were joking and saying, she looks better than some of the authentic Maddies out there. Because look, let's face it, we joke around, but it's the truth. I mean, just because a doll has a COA and it's an authentic kit doesn't mean that it's the best. That's a piece of paper that, yes, it proves that the kit is an authentic kit sculpted by the artist, by the sculptor, but it doesn't mean that then that kit is going to automatically look better than a replica just because it has a certificate. You know what I'm saying? Like, unless you buy your doll to stare at the COA all day long, it doesn't really matter. I mean, if you don't enjoy the doll, if you don't enjoy what you're looking at, what's in front of you, then it doesn't matter whether it has a certificate or not. You have to have, that feeling when you look at the doll that you want to pick it up, you want to play with it, you want to take pictures, you want to show the world, that sort of thing. And I mean, I'll show everybody this doll all day long, every day. I love her. I think her painting is gorgeous. I think her eyes are gorgeous. Her eyebrows are gorgeous. Her hair is definitely soft and beautiful. I mean, I would totally recommend this doll to anyone. Really beautiful. Really, really beautiful. Thank you again. This was my birthday present from Nana Tina, Mama Tina. She's my mom, and she's the Nana of these of the babies. So she sent this to me for my birthday, and I absolutely love her. She's so sweet. She said she couldn't believe how much that she looked like me, is why she bought this particular one. She says she couldn't believe when she seen her that she looks so much like me. Okay, last thing before we get going. Oh no, don't sit on Clark because we can't have the silicone touching vinyl, so we'll put you over here. I got this I use this for her, like a little seat. It's like a little neck pillow for a baby. It's really a tummy time pillow for the babies, but I just put this around her waist, and it kind of helps her to stay, sitting up. But anyway, hold on one second. Okay, sorry guys. So, all right. So I'm going to just show this, then I'm going to close out the video. So what I was saying earlier is that it's getting dark here. Wow. Okay. What I was saying was that, so initially, I'm still sending out Christmas cards, but initially I wanted to send out headbands in each of the cards, little headbands. So when the headbands were on a deep sale on, I don't know if it was Prime Day or just found them on sale or whatever, I decided to grab a couple extra sets. Now, with prices of everything crazy and everything, these are definitely going to be more than just a stamp, on each card. And since I'm sending out a bunch of cards this year, I really can't afford the postage on each one, like $1 or something, or $2, whatever it may be. So I did come across, last year I had sent out wooden ornaments, and they're like flat. They're flat wooden ornaments. And I had sent out a bunch of those last year, but I came across a Ziploc bag that I guess I had of leftover ones from what I bought last year. So I was able to put those in half the cards. The other half, I'm either going to send, I have little Christmas stickers, so I'm going to send a couple extra little stickers in the card. And then there are a couple cards that I'm going to send a single headband in. But to send, in other words, to send a headband in each card is going to cost me way over one stamp. So anyway, what I thought about doing is, since I already have two extra sets of these, when we do the giveaway drawing for the collab giveaway drawing for me and Christina, there's going to be a grand prize winner, which will get the basket of goodies from Amazon. And then we are going to pick a second and third place winner. So second and third place. So I thought it would, add a little more to the festivities, and why not, right? I have them anyway. I'm not going to use all these headbands. The only girl I currently have, well, until Clark's twin gets here, is her, which these do fit. This is actually one that's in one of these. I just, cut the nylon to make it smaller. But so that's like an up close of how pretty they are, and they have little pearls and rhinestones in some of them. And it is a set of 6, I believe, in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. 6 in each one. So, and they're the same. They're exactly the same. So when we pick that winner, we will then go on to pick a second place and a third place. And then I will mail these out to the second and third place winners the first week of December. So you guys will have them in time for Christmas. So I thought that's a little added bonus, a little added incentive for you guys to join. Please comment below. Remember, you need to put somewhere in the comment the word jingle, okay? That is for this video. Then you need to watch for Christina's video this week sometime. Now, Christina's videos aren't as lengthy as mine, so you guys should be able to buzz through all of those this week. I don't know how many. She doesn't really make a video every day anyway, so but check out all her videos because they're short. You guys can watch them all. You guys can watch all. If she made a video every single day of the week, you'd still be able to watch all her videos quicker than you'd be able to watch this one. So go do that. Go check out Cuddles by Christina. Don't forget to comment below the word jingle along with whatever other comments you'd like to make. And I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. I had a lot of fun. And let me bring Clark back on here. I will be back. I definitely want to show you guys when I get the dress for her, but that won't be here till next week if I order it Friday. And then I don't know if Saturday is going to be a Walmart day. I might take this little one with me. Why not, right? I could put her in my purse. Nobody will even know she's there. And then I kind of just take her out when I want to, just, I don't know, show her off a little bit, whatever. So I might do that. If I go to Walmart, it's going to be with my kids. So I don't know, then it kind of defeats the purpose, right, of Walmart, because if I go, I know I'm going to see Christmas stuff. I mean, I could get little things and say, oh, this isn't for you, but they know that I don't buy for anybody else. So, so, they're going to know it's for them. But so I don't know exactly how that's going to work, but if I go, I do want to do some video around the store and show you guys what Walmart has out for the holiday season. I know there's going to be lots of clearance the day after Halloween, so that'll be fun as well. And, let me get Clark here one more time to close out. So that'll be fun. And there's lots more fun things coming up. And don't forget to let me know if you guys want me to do like a series starting in January for budget-friendly Italian meals. That'll be fun. That would be fun. Let me know, though. If there's enough people interested, then even it doesn't even have to be like full recipes. It could be like just like tips and tricks and stuff on things that maybe like pantry items that are important to keep on hand, or things that things that double up that you could use in a couple different meals or whatever it may be. Just let me know if you'd be interested in seeing something like that on this channel, or if that would be a waste of time. But here is Clark in his pumpkin outfit, And he is going to close out the video for us today, right, Clark?
Don't forget to enter this giveaway if you want to win some really cool prizes. And we'll see you next time on Little Meatballs Nursery. Don't forget to like and comment, share and subscribe. Tell your friends. And we'll see you next time, guys. Bye-bye.
Good job, Clark. Bye-bye, everybody. See you next time on Little Meatballs Nursery. Bye-bye.